sounded to the two of you?
Mm-hmm.
No, Mickey, none at all.
Okay, because I can literally hop through the screen and stab both of you if you want. Yeah, no, keep it up. Keep it up. There's a bullying thing on here.
Ears on there, you know. I know you like wearing those stupid shits. So
There's a bullying thing that exists in this world. I will report both of you, motherfuckers. Keep it up.
what you doing?
Keep it up.
I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. Oh my god, there's this. I gotta find it. Let's see if I find it.
Wait,
right,
I know
guys.
what you're talking about. Is
You know
it
what I'm talking about?
the
voice.
Disney vacation thing where they're fighting?
Yeah, you can hear them talk. Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
on some
People are
shit.
using it on like TikTok or Instagram
Oh,
where they're
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
fucking
No.
hysterical.
It's all in my feed.
Oh my god, I fucking cried. I was
Okay.
like, oh, that's funny.
Welcome, everybody, to an all-new episode of Much Ado About Something. I am alone today doing this news alert live. No, I am with two of my best friend asshole pieces. No, I'm joined today with Joe and Joel joining me to break down some of the biggest news topics that have dropped today.
Huge.
There's been a whole bunch. Huge. I mean, girth-wise, huge, right?
Girth, definitely girth.
Nice slice of meat. Gotcha.
Right, a big fat salami worth of news that dropped today. So first, I want us to start off with. Let me see if I can bring this up we can start with this. Okay, hold on. I have to scroll down. 1 second, please. I'm usually worse prepared than this, so don't mind me.
Speaking of not prepared, I don't have a beer on me. Fuck. Should have a beer.
Oh my goodness, you and Pete, what is wrong with you? All right. So
hey, I know that guy.
No, you don't.
No, but
No, you don't
I
know
can
that.
actually see my house. Right behind his ears.
Look
Yeah.
at that. You live in Scotland.
There it is.
Which is crazy. Because as beautiful and as New York as it feels, it's the furthest thing from filming in New York.
Yeah.
But all right, so this little teaser sizzle reel dropped today from DC. They unveiled their new logos a day or two ago. With everyone's looks. They could have expanded the characters more, so we could have gotten a better look at them. I thought that was really shitty.
We got little miniature versions.
Yeah, right. It was very off-putting, but there is some dialogue in this, guys. But clearly, because YouTube is a piece of shit, they're going to strike it. So we're going to be talking you through a lot of this. Not a lot said, so you're not missing anything. But
YouTube took down my watch party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So it wasn't a watch party, it was a listening party.
It was a listening party, right? They were just like, all right, listen, that's it. No more. But all right, hold on. Wait. Oh shit, I had it here. Sorry.
Fucking YouTube strikes again.
YouTube was like, I'll take it down before you even start. Fuck with me. All right, let's watch this, guys. Let's see.
Who are you?
Message me as my finger hit the button.
Yada.
Go back. All right. There we go.
Now I'm not disappointed because I get it. This is almost like it's almost like No Way Home territory where, you know, we want to see. Well, I didn't. You wanted to see Garfield or Maguire in one of the teasers or whatever. Keaton dressed up. Yeah, I'm fine with them not showing him yet, and I don't want to. I'll save him for the movie. But I wouldn't have.
I think we'll get it before the movie, but you know,
I wouldn't have complained.
Look at that.
I like that.
I don't think there's ice slicks on that helmet, dog.
No, there's not. But also, Joe, you got to remember the biggest difference. Michael Keaton's casting was announced.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Toby and Andrew were supposed to be secret.
I got you.
So showing that is kind of just like, what the fuck?
If we're comparing the two, that's true.
Right.
You're 100%
and the Keaton thing is something you don't need to hide. You know what I'm saying?
But I wouldn't mind waiting for the movie. But
yeah.
I mean, but let's be honest. He was narrating the trailer. So
yeah,
if he just continues to do that, I'm fine. I'm with you. I don't need to see it till I get there and it's like, oh my God, this looks beautiful. But if they show it, it won't detract from anything at all.
Not
yeah,
at all.
You're right.
I want to go through some of these shots. Joel, you're going to narrate all the Black Adam shots. I want you to exclusively take lead on all those Black Adam shots.
At this point, you can just mute it, right?
Yeah, no, but I want to kind of just freeze it exact. I don't want to have to try to
Okay.
pause at the right moment. So I'm fast forwarding to like the biggest shots here.
Right there, right there.
Right,
Yell it
right.
out, yell it
That's
out.
too stressful. That's too
I
stressful.
want to see the constipation shot.
I love that shot. That's a
Give
really
it to
cool
us.
shot.
Yes, I wanted to stop here first, Joel. First of all, I want to ask you this first, Joel. How much are you digging the cape so far?
Well, the cowl, like the robe thing. I love
Yes,
it.
the cloak, essentially the cloak.
Cloak, right? The
Yeah.
cloak. And that, very nice. Yeah, I love it. I love the look of it. It's dirty. It's supposed to be. I like that. He looks great. Honestly, it looks better than I expected. That part at least. His suit looks good. Honestly, it's just it is the Rock in a spandex suit, more or less, because they didn't give him hair,
Which was fine.
And we've heard him
balding
talk,
anyway.
and he just sounds like the Rock. He doesn't like have an accent or anything. So you're gonna have to live with certain things, but he's gonna look badass doing it at the very least. So.
Yeah.
Right. And Joe, as I pass it to you, me and Joel were talking about this rumor before. I wonder, because it's the only thing that really makes sense to me, really.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is an extended shot from when we saw they were disrupting his tomb.
Mhm.
This is him now outside of that same scene.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. It makes I think he deals with whoever was in the tomb, right?
Yep.
And then he goes out of the tomb to see more, either reinforcements or whatever else was outside. Obviously, this helicopter. So yeah, I think that it most likely is going to be an extension.
Extension.
So let me ask you this, Joe.
Yeah.
Over under, right? Let's say over under 50. What are the chances that Harcourt is in this scene? Harcourt is in this.
Considering we both, well, not we both. You had asked me to go back and watch the teaser because you thought that she was in it, but she wasn't. I think I said it looked like Sarah Shahi. Did you say that it was Sarah Shahi in it?
Yeah, she is in this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, what's her place in the story of Black Adam?
It seems as though they're playing slightly off of Gavin O'Connor's concept for Suicide Squad.
Okay.
The Suicide Squad's job was to go retrieve Black Adam's tomb.
Right.
And obviously they scrapped all that when he left. So I'm like, it looks like they're using Element, because that was a really cool concept. Because I'm like, well, what happens to the Suicide Squad if he wakes up at any point?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what made that whole concept really intriguing to me. So it seems like now part of Harcourt's mission, if she is in this movie, we're not spoiling anything. We don't know. It was just a rumor. So I don't want anyone listening thinking we're spoiling anything.
Depends how big her role is. That's all it comes down to.
Right. But I was just about to say, Joel, I think it might just be, it starts with them trying to retrieve his tomb, thinking he's still dormant. And then he wakes up and it's like, fuck, I got to go back to Waller, tell him he's out. Like, he's out.
Makes sense. Yeah. I wouldn't, I mean, I'm not going to complain if she's in it, I would say it's probably likely she might.
Right. And like I said, I think it's that small. I don't think it's anything larger than that, because obviously the story is way deeper than anything that connected. Joel, because you were the one that told me about the rumor. Do you think it's a good chance we see her?
It's possible. Yeah, I do. I think she's in it. I don't know if it's gonna be in this scene, but I do believe she's in it. Yes. So give it one second.
Yeah, no problem. This was a nice shot right here.
I didn't even notice.
Hawkman in the back.
Yeah, I didn't even notice he was in the back. That is a nice shot.
I still have to get used to it, Joe, of how big The Rock is.
I mean, yeah, he just
he
seems to get bigger with every movie that he does.
Right.
But also you're also talking to somebody that doesn't really know much about the comic character himself.
Oh, okay. No
so
problem.
Seeing The Rock portraying him, I dig it. I love it, but I also don't have anything to compare it to.
Right.
So,
okay. No problem. And let me be very clear. It's not a complaint.
Yeah.
It's just visually trying to get, and you know what the biggest problem is for me, Joe?
Yeah.
Is seeing what Shazam looks like.
I got it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because any animated film or TV show or the comics you see, they're of the same stature. One's not bigger than the other.
I got you.
So when you look at this and you're just like, The Rock is popping out of this fucking costume.
You know what's funny? Even him let's pretend he was cast as Superman. It would even look weird.
Yes, I would
So
go.
I understand what you're saying.
Superman.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, so it's still gonna be one of those things that I just have to get used to more. And
But
like
entertaining as fuck. And,
100%. And I think once I get an actual full trailer, it'll be out of my head. But the more I just see like little snippets like this, it's like, God damn, he's humongous.
And if I'm not wrong, what's his name? Hawkman? Is that what his name is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kevin Hart, right?
No.
Look how small he is. That's got to be Kevin Hart right now.
From a stature.
Flashback grayscale. That's fucking distance.
That's Kevin Hart.
Jesus Christ.
I like that, Joe. This is clearly an Aquaman shot. We don't really need to talk more about that. This shot.
See, this is
not clearly an Aquaman shot.
That's the constipation. There's the money shot right there.
How's that clearly an Aquaman shot?
That's the ships that they use in the Aquaman movie.
They're not underwater though.
Aquaman it looks like they're heading to something that's underwater.
Why can't that be a ship that you see later on in the same clip, like in the JSA ship?
It could be. Okay, we could talk about this shot. No problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
You want to talk about this shot?
I'm just saying, it's not underwater. Why would you assume?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Only things I've seen from Aquaman so far, obviously till today, he wasn't in any water. So I'm like, it's very possible.
Yes, was the first, like the shot of him sitting down was underwater.
If you guys told me this was the sequel of Titanic, I believe you. I have no idea what I'm looking at.
No, what I'm saying, Joel, is before today, when we had Fandom, the official shot is him standing in what looks like a desert. There was no water shots of official stuff that they released.
This is snow.
And my thing is, this is a JSA shot we're looking at right now. The whole thing is JSA, but it's a Black Adam clip. You know what I'm saying? Nah, then
I thought because it was out
it's not randomly placed. It's all together.
Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Does it go right into Aquaman or does it go right back? Yeah, it goes right back to him. Oh wait, no. Now you got Flash.
Now Aquaman, Batman, then it goes back to a different order. See, now it's back to Black Adam, Flash, Aquaman.
Oh, but see, this is the shot I was talking about. That was the shot that they officially released at Fandom. All right.
Okay, so, you see desert here?
Huh? No, I was speaking to you were saying, does it look like they're in water? I'm like, well, he wasn't in water in the shot that they showed us.
He's also not in Antarctic. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I don't know where the fuck that is. All right. So clearly this is origin story.
Slave Adam.
Yes. I don't know if I like that name. No, but it is him as a slave. Right now. I am curious, Joel. Are they gonna try to do the like kind of digitally alter his body so it looks more slim and more like
I hope so. I personally hope so because
from here, I swear to God, he looks
the same.
It looks the same.
It does and it doesn't. He could be a little thinner.
It's possible but we can only really see so much. I mean, the angle doesn't help, you know.
Right. It's possible. I mean, because look, to me, it was one of those things where it's like you can't have him look as big as he does as Black Adam, because then it's like, well, how strong were these? Right. Like, how strong were they? Like, why couldn't he just do this without all the powers? So look, I always say this. Chris Evans, it wasn't the best, but it did not look bad. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you could of course do that for The Rock and Black Adam. 100%.
Yeah, especially with the technology now.
Right. And it stays true to the character. So you 100% should do it. This shot, I wish we could get. Oh, okay. So this looks like maybe a landing shot or a coming through shot. Coming through something. That's definitely his
lightning.
Not electricity, but lightning. Yeah, lightning.
Yeah. It is electricity. I mean, same thing.
I just don't want people thinking he has static shock or black.
I would have thought it was. I would have thought we were in Flash right now.
And this is a very beautiful shot. And look, let me say this, because no one gives David Sandberg enough credit. I like that he made Shazam's bolt light up, because we're just used to it being a definitive yellow, right? Like there's nothing really kind of extra to it. It's just a yellow bolt. That's it.
Well,
But
the
his
new
shit
52 version was like a white bolt with golden trim and a glue.
right with
I
golden.
guess that's where he got. That's kind of where he got the idea from,
Mm.
more or less. But he had it like yellow, which is cool.
So I like that because now the Rock's Black Adam's bolt kind of looks like it's burning through, right? Like it's burning.
It looks like it's old and dirty, and it's like
Right.
it's underneath a lot of soot. Like,
What do
you know what I mean?
What do you think the odds? What do you think the odds that smoke is the helicopters?
I mean, it's
100%. 100%.
I was a betting man.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Joe.
I think that's the
100%
scene
think
that
that's
he
what it is.
either takes them down or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. With ease too.
I mean, that could also be them firing rockets at him, but I think it's more likely he took them down.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And then the very next shot, I love this suit, man. Andy, your whole team did such a fucking beautiful job, bro. I love everything about this suit.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the Flash, but I'm not going to disagree with you here. I think the suit looks good. No,
Well,
suit looks good.
Let me ask this, because shout out to producer Patches from Kinda Nerdy Network. He does not like Spider-Man. I still don't understand his reasoning. Are you saying you're not a fan? Like you just never?
Where did he touch you?
Like, no, like you never watched anything, or do you mean you're not a fan? Like you've seen Flash stuff and you just don't like what you saw?
I've seen almost every rendition of the Flash there's been. I watched the old '90s show. I watched some of the CW one. I'm really honestly, you know what? I take that back. I'll probably say I am not a fan of Ezra Miller's Flash.
Well, that's very specific then.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
But I will say
you're
this.
not a fan of the Flash.
I will say this, Joe.
So I take that back.
Where I want you to kind of open up yourself to Ezra is the idea that Andy might write him differently.
I will say that
he might write him different. I don't know this. I haven't seen anything. I'm not saying.
Look at the scenes he had in the Snyder Cut. I actually, well, with the exception of one, I wasn't crazy about him saving. That was supposed to be Iris, right?
Yes.
That scene with Iris. No, that scene was it was just weird. It was the hot dog and everything. But I did like I did like some of the other added scenes that they gave him in the Snyder Cut. So I will say that. But yeah, but just going back what you're saying with the suit, the suit looks really really cool.
Nice,
Like the suit.
Yeah, but I do want to say, Joe, because you're not alone. A lot of people was put off by his version of this Flash, but it seems like Andy is very dug in on what he wants this Flash to be and where he wants this Flash to go.
Okay.
So I'm like, there's a good chance that him and Ezra have heard all this, and maybe that because again, he was written more like Wally than he was Barry.
Yeah.
But I think if you're Zach, knowing the kids coming up, like not kids, but knowing people in our age group, Justice League Unlimited, that was Wally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That was probably more popular.
But that's why Flash today is written the way he is because Wally was the dominant personality during the 90s, early 2000s. And then they brought him back in Rebirth, and then he's brought back in everything. And then Barry just took over, he was the main. And they needed to give him more of a personality because he was kind of wooden. You know what I mean? So they gave him some elements of Wally, so he's like a little more.
I will say this. There's a drastic difference between Grant's Barry and Ezra's Barry. So maybe Andy finds it a middle ground. Because Barry is funny. Barry is supposed to be funny. Just not as humorous and playful and childish as Wally is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what he kind of came off as in Justice League. So
gotcha.
I think Andy will find a middle ground for him. So hopefully
the comedy that bothered you, I'm assuming though.
What the comedy? Yes.
That's what bothered you?
No, not the comedy. For
that's
him,
what I mean.
It was. It's just. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the jokes. That's not what did it. It was just, I guess, just the way Ezra portrayed Flash.
He's a little weird.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But
no problem. I get you.
Yeah.
But
I've seen him in other movies. I've seen him in other things, and I wasn't like I was against Ezra Miller as an actor. I think it was just as Flash.
Yeah, no, I get you. I didn't think you meant Ezra as a person.
I just didn't want anybody to think that I meant that. That's it.
What do you guys think he's looking at here?
Looks like
It's a suit, right?
looks
Is that
like
maybe
it does look like a suit.
I thought, if I'm just
Suit?
guessing, I thought this is when he first enters the Batcave, and this is maybe Bruce's suit.
that's what I was thinking of? Yeah,
But then the only reason why I said no to that is in the trailer when you hear the footsteps and they turn around, clearly he's in his suit. you don't walk that heavy as Bruce Wayne. He's a very small guy. So I was assuming he was probably suited up as Batman at that
That
point.
looks blue too.
it does. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say
there's
on
no
my
chance
screen, I
that's-
can't tell.
There's no chance that's a Nightwing suit, right?
No.
It could be Supergirl's suit. She is in the suit. I don't know if they find her in a suit or not. That I don't know, but
Yeah, I can't speak to that. I have no
Uh,
idea.
When I first saw the sizzle reel, that's exactly what I thought he was looking at. I thought it was all right. He probably uncovered Keaton's suit, but that doesn't look anything like that version of Batman suit.
yeah, and the way we've seen, Keaton's Batman, it's usually in a closet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Keaton's in the
It's not
closet?
exposed.
Keaton's-
Yeah, no.
Keaton.
The suit's in the closet.
His
Gotcha.
suit's in the closet. He's not in the closet. He pulls way too much to be in a closet. Anyway, I will say this shot of the mask, this specific shot, I'm not a big fan of.
Because it looks clunky.
You're right. It looks very clunky, but I attribute that, Joel, to we're so far away from the movie. Stuff like this gets fixed, so I'm not worried about it.
But you know what? It looks better here than it did the first time I saw it. Now that it's stuck there,
Mhm.
like when he was moving, it looked weirder when then and the still shot. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't like this look at all. I love
Yeah.
this,
We
obviously.
know now he has a collar. There's a collar on the suit.
Yes, there is a collar. Injustice, I think, did he have a collar in Injustice?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, because I know when people saw this suit, they went, "Oh, Injustice," and it's like, no, I think they took maybe a little bit from the design, for
Inspiration,
sure.
maybe, yeah.
Because especially the radiation,
You can look.
the Speed Force is definitely from that for sure.
He does the belt doesn't go all the way across.
Mhm.
It stops at the hips, and the same thing with the forearm. It doesn't go all the way across. It stops halfway.
Right.
That's different than the normal suit. The boots too are sectional. It's weird. And then the collar. Collar has it's shaped like a lightning bolt. Like you see it the drawings. I don't know if you've seen those the Chinese New Year drawings.
I think I did. I
The
think
new
so.
suit is drawn on there. It's pretty. You could see the details. The guy obviously know what the costume looks like.
Right. This, I kind of feel like we talked about this when we did when they revealed it at Fandom. So I'm trying not to, regurgitate stuff we've already talked about because there's too much new footage to focus on shit we've already seen.
Okay.
Oh man, look,
That's
we said this with Trayvon the other day, Joel. I will never get over how accurate everything about this suit is.
Yeah.
Everything.
How can you no offense to Zach's movie? It's not against the movie, but his Aquaman costume is nowhere near as nice as this one.
No,
Nowhere
it's
near.
very blech. It's very blech. This is beautiful. Look at this.
But also too,
Mhm.
to be fair, although I think it would, I would definitely love that in Zach's movie. Tonally, I don't think that fits.
Probably not, but that's on purpose too. Let's be fair.
Right, but that was also my problem, Joe, with you using one director to introduce 5 to 6 characters at once.
Mhm.
He's going to introduce them all in the same vision. That's not how it's why I loved when Feige said for Infinity War, he brought all the directors in from these characters so that they could have, their stamp on their characters. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't get the Russo brothers version of these characters. It's James Gunn's Guardians. It's what's his name's Black Panther. I like that. I like all the hands in the kitchen than one person telling all these different stories in one movie. And it's like, God damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, picture if this is the first suit we saw before joining Justice League.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
Nice suit. My God.
I agree.
Yeah. So that's my only issue. Again, like Joel said, not a knock to the man, but
the first time we saw Aquaman, he had no shirt on. He had just had the shoulder thing. That was a cool look. I would have stuck with that look, but they gave him a full suit.
A full suit, and the suit was just like
it was okay. It was okay.
like it's so devoid of color. Like,
It was fine
Well-
as a first suit. I don't mind that. But
James Wan is doing part 2.
yes,
yeah,
but
that was-
probably
they're
not
gonna
part
be- Right. He'll probably
Mm.
not. He don't like doing trilogies or whatever.
To be fair, he doesn't necessarily like doing sequels all that much either. Um, Joel, walk me through this shot, man. What do you think this
I think
is?
this is a continuation of the other shot that we were looking at. And like, what
Oh,
is
when
that?
he was coming down from the roof.
Well, that lightning bolt we were looking at
Gotcha.
earlier.
Okay.
That shit.
Yeah.
It's probably
So
the
what do
same
you?
shot.
Is
What's he
this
shooting?
anything from the comics that it looks like he's shooting it at?
I have
That
no
look
idea.
familiar?
Possible. Like it doesn't look like it's moving though. So I don't.
I think there's maybe something behind it, but I just meant that figure. Does that figure look familiar at all?
No, it doesn't. It's just
Is it possible that he's not shooting that and he's getting possessed or something from it?
I don't know.
No, because he's
That-
already Black Adam here.
No, I know, but is you know what I
He's
mean?
still
Like,
in a cave.
all right, I don't know. I thought maybe something was striking at him.
No,
Oh,
I think
no.
this might just be like an ancient ruins to where maybe there's something behind it and he's trying to get to it.
Why did I think Black Adam's lightning was orange or yellow?
That's Shazam.
I mean,
I thought they had the same color.
lightning
No?
bolts. Lightning is more or less just this color. And let's be fair.
No, I know. No, I know that. I know lightning.
But-
No, because that's why I immediately thought Flash, because Flash usually has that
Yeah.
color. But I thought I was under the impression that he had a different color when he.
No, his
No,
color
I
is just like
think-
Shazam's color, and which is
Okay.
usually the same as Flash's color. Problem is, when we start doing live action shit,
Yeah.
like Zach took a more realistic approach to it, and that's why it was blue. You know what I mean? Instead
Okay.
of the yellow, traditional yellow.
Got
We
it.
are because everyone draws when you draw as a kid, lightning is yellow, right?
Oh wait, Flash did have. What am I talking about? Flash does have yellow lightning.
He does now. He does now. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. But he didn't. It was blue in like Justice League.
Yeah, it was.
That's
Yeah,
why.
see?
Look, he
Yeah.
destroyed that thing.
Yes, he's trying to get to what's behind it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
chest
All
shot,
we had to
look,
do was
yeah.
literally. All we had to do is literally play it.
Yeah,
a
just
frame.
play it. Just
Yeah.
There we go. He was
Yeah.
shooting
I don't.
Batman. He was shooting at
Bro,
Batman.
that's
I
what it
can't-
was.
Bro, I was watching the interview they were doing, and I'm like, the more they were talking about this movie, and you know what Robert said, Joel, that I was just like, bro, this is my fucking Batman. He confirmed the one thing I told you I needed from his Batman in however many movies he's doing. He said
What's
this is a Bruce Wayne that would much rather be Batman all day than to be Bruce Wayne at all. And I'm like, that's the Batman I want, where he's like, Bruce Wayne, fuck that guy. I want to fight crime all day. So when he said that, I was just like, oh yes, I love to hear that. That is what I want. I don't want you know what I'm saying? The versions of Bruce Wayne we've seen before, where it's very eccentric. I'll buy this fucking hotel. Don't I own this newspaper? Like, I want the Bruce Wayne.
But that's a facade.
Huh? No. What I'm saying is, I like
No. Before you go there, this Bruce Wayne could easily get there because it's only to show to differentiate the two. It's only
You're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? It's not because
Right. No. Getting there is fine. But the journey of him starting to where he doesn't even want to go out anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love when Royale
Royale with cheese. We're talking,
Royale with
what's
cheese.
her name? The new character Matt created she's running for office. Fuck, I can't remember.
Yeah, I know you're talking about
Hope?
Royale.
Oh,
Bella
Real.
Bella
Hope.
Royale.
Yeah, something Real. Yeah.
I love how she's saying like no one ever sees you, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I like. Now, again, I'm okay with the growth of this character, like
Yeah,
you
it's
said,
still
getting
very
the
early,
side
yeah.
where it's like, okay, clearly you can't be Batman, you're a piece of shit. I'm fine with that growth, but I like starting where he's like, nah, I don't want to do none of that shit. I'm
Yeah.
here for one thing. That's what I like. Because obviously we saw that with Oliver in the Arrow series, where he very much wasn't in the first few episodes was trying his best to like, all right, can I just be the Green Arrow? And then it was like, I can't. I gotta be here being the asshole so that they know there's no way I could be a vigilante.
We saw it in the last trilogy too with Christian Bale's Batman, whereas he didn't really want to. He was asleep during the board meetings because he was working at night.
Oh,
That was
right.
He's not even taking this seriously. No, he's not. Not at all.
No, not at all.
I just want to know why when he was Bruce Wayne in those movies, how it didn't have like a hoarse throat all the time from
Yeah. He carries a lozenge. That's where all those belt
there you
buckles.
go.
That is
There
right.
was a lot of
And if you
lozenges.
notice, most of his boardroom meetings, Lucius was talking. So
Exactly.
He didn't do a lot of talking.
True.
Who is this character, Joel?
That is Maxine Hunkel, Cyclone.
Cyclone. Okay, that I was waiting for you to give me that part because I'm like, the name you gave me, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck.
I
you're
don't
talking
know. I don't even know who
I,
Cyclone is.
know
I actually gave you. You asked. I gave you a fucking
Who's
name.
Cyclone? Tell me who that is. I don't even know who Cyclone is.
Go ahead, Joel.
Cyclone is a JSA character. Just
It's a roller coaster.
right? Huh? What'd you say? Oh, that's a roller coaster. No, Cyclone is a character from obviously from the comic books. She's the granddaughter to Mahunkel, the original Red Tornado. Before there was a machine, there was a big old lady with a bucket on her head. The Golden Age Red Tornado, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and she had two twins, two kids called the Tornado Twins, right? I think that's what they were called.
Okay.
They had the power. She didn't, but they all dressed up and shit like that. Their kids is that girl. Their
Gotcha.
kid is that girl. So she
All
ends up having their powers, and that's the legacy.
All right.
And then the guy I can't wait to see more of, fucking Atom Smasher, bro.
Yeah.
I told you before, Joel, the only thing that strikes my curiosity, and obviously we see it in the trailer, but I want to see it in IMAX. I want to see how large they make them. That's very important to me, how large they make them. So I want to see that. I really want to see that so bad. I told you that when they first said the character was going to be in the movie. Like, fuck, how big are you going to make them? Like, I'll never forget Civil War when you see Ant-Man go that tall, and it's like, fuck, they did it.
Giant.
Giant.
So I'm like, I can't wait to see Atom Smasher and all of his essence. Shout out to Noah. Great casting, by the way. Atom Smasher is very like a character I could care less about casting wise, but I like Noah a lot. So I'm like, he could bring a lot to this character for sure.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Now here we go.
Ooh, Flash.
I love this shot. I love the detail on the shoulders. I love you can kind of get a shot of the glove right there.
Mm-hmm.
I love how much Speed Force is radiating in that chest piece right there. I love that. And like I said, I love when the thing dropped down. I like it now. When I first saw it, it was just like, that's why, but then I thought about it. I'm like, it makes
caught my eye. I'm like, oh, that's different.
Yeah, I'm like, Flash has just never needed that. What is that? But I'm like, yeah, realistically, if you're running that fast.
Realistically, yes. But, we're talking about a guy that moves the speed of light. So.
Exactly. But to be fair, well, we did see Makari making some realistic adjustments to how fast she runs. Yeah. So I'm like,
but she's
okay.
also like strong too. Like
very strong. Yeah, very strong. Joe, any specific details that stuck out to you on this shot?
Not really. I mean, with the exception of and it's the same shot from before, the lines and the light and everything, which I think is
cool.
Cool.
Joe, you're gonna appreciate this.
Do it.
You know the first thing I thought when I first saw the things drop down?
God.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad in that fucking Christmas movie.
Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Turbo Man.
I used to love that movie.
I was like, wait a minute, is he an action figure now?
I watched that a week before Christmas.
It's such a good movie.
Good Christmas movie, yeah.
Such a good Christmas movie. I fucking
Jingle
love
All the Way.
Jingle All the Way, yes.
Yeah.
Has an end credit scene as well.
I don't remember that end credit scene.
I don't either.
I gotta go back and watch it.
No, they don't.
You know what? Let me just say this really quickly. We're not gonna stay on the Batman. They say a lot throughout these last few trailers. They say the Waynes a lot. She says the Waynes in front of him a lot. I am very curious. Is she just speaking more grandiose, like he's coming after the Waynes, or is she saying, "Hey, they're coming after you"? Like, does she know he's Bruce Wayne at this? Like, it's very confusing.
I don't know. Maybe not at first.
Think I might go that route, and the only reason why I wouldn't have said yes was because of, and I didn't read the review, but one of the headings for an earlier review is that the movie is complex and controversial. So
I
maybe
never liked
because
that word with the superhero movie.
because of that
I
controversial
disagree. Bring it
part.
on. All the controversy. I need
Maybe
Dong
she
everywhere.
does. Maybe she does. But the problem with that though is because it's already being alluded to that the Riddler knows who he is. So what are you going to have? Like all his the rogue gallery know who he
Well,
is year 2?
Well, no, I never had a problem with her knowing because it's a love interest,
Right,
and they
no,
actually
but-
become very close.
But if you have
So
the
if
Riddler
she knows, that's
knowing,
fine.
yeah, gotcha.
I don't know because I don't know yet what the Riddler's angle is. If his angle is from a family standpoint, I'm
Mhm.
fine with it because he might take that to his grave.
Yeah,
Right. He
Okay.
might want to be. He might pull up. We saw it with with what's his name from that first Spider-Man movie. He knows who
Oh
Spider-Man
yeah,
is.
Vulture. Yes,
Right. But he wants
He
it
did.
for himself.
Yeah.
Well, no. That's right. I think it is gone now. Yeah, I think it. But he knew beforehand.
Yeah. He didn't know. You're right.
I wonder how that works because he knew beforehand.
It doesn't matter. He knew.
He doesn't know
Whoever
who
knew
Peter
him now no longer knows.
Yeah, who's Peter Parker?
That's it.
Alright, He must be mad as hell because he must picture
Because
at 1 o'clock. Picture at 1 o'clock. You're sitting there like, all right, I got a plan to escape. I'm gonna fucking kill this Peter Parker. And then 1:05, Spider-Man, I want to kill. But who is Spider-Man?
Because we said the same thing about
we said Yeah.
and whatever. That's done now too.
Now she
No,
forgot
but
that.
I think Liz was speaking about Spider-Man. I don't think Liz ever found out that I don't think he told
No.
her.
Everybody found out that he was Peter Parker. That was
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yes. Down
Yeah.
the line. I'm talking about just in that first movie.
Yeah, so that's
no.
But yeah, controversial. That scares the fuck out of me. I can't wait till March 1st. And I will forever say this might be my favorite Batman shot ever. Is him coming out of this glass in full extension.
Mm.
Holy fuck. I'm gonna lose my shit in this movie March 1st, man. And then Joel, this is just for you, bro. I don't want to hear no one but you because you've been waiting for this moment for forever. So I want to extend it when he gets his full wings, and I'm gonna shut up.
All right, you do that.
nice.
Look at that. Full glory. I wish I got a clearer shot, but it's beautiful. I do have issues. Mainly why red? Like why you decided to go full? I don't understand.
You know what I first thought of when I seen this? I thought of Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon is red and gold. I don't get it. We have enough red and gold characters. Why the fuck would you go? He has red in his color palette, but it's very little red. They went red as the dominant color. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, he has green pants normally with red shorts, but
That looks good.
usually it's green pants. That's the most classic look. And they added red to his wings. That was a little odd. He has a silver chest plate. Like, I don't understand why they don't just go bare chested, but they have some weird thing against.
I want to ask you this: do you see the logo anywhere? Because that really bothered me.
They moved it. It's not in the center like it usually is. It's like on the chest, on the pec.
Like the little strap there?
It's next to the shoulder plate.
Like here?
Yes, there it is. Okay. You're looking right at it. Yep, that's it right there.
Yeah, that bothers me a little bit. I love that. Again, he didn't have to have that look, but I like how it accentuates the
I usually like it where it's at, right in the center. That's
right.
what's pronounced, but they put it. I understand what they're doing with it. It's like a sack, like I get it. But because it's holding up the only shoulder for the left shoulder. Why? Okay, whatever. That's why I want to see a better look because it looks like the left arm has more shit on than the right arm. So it's like, okay, they made some like his helmet is really cool, but a little bigger, a little longer than I expected. But whatever. But whatever, he looks really dope. I just don't understand why they want the red is really the only thing that bothers me than anything.
All right.
I mean, but Joel, how often do we say this to where it's these costume designers get too cute? Right?
No, this is a great example of getting too cute. Like he's not hard to do. Why the fuck did you get so cute? Everyone else looks accurate. Like, why the fuck did you get that cute?
Right. That's why I love the simplicity of James Gunn doing someone like Rick Flag. Simple. Where's the yellow shirt?
Yeah.
Can't get any harder than that, right?
overdo it. Yeah.
Like, don't give him a blue shirt now. Like, just give him the yellow shirt. It's
The
simple.
last time I saw Hawkman wearing red and gold was like the Death of Superman. You know what I mean? That's 90s.
He did have that in Death of Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same color scheme. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would you go with that one? I was like, okay.
And you know what? I'm really hoping, Joel, through the process of this movie, this sticks with me better. Because I'm like, they're not going to make Hawk Girl look any better if this, like, if you're someone that this look doesn't work for, her suit's
The
not
look
going to
is not
better.
the problem, it's the color. It's the
No.
color.
I'm saying
you can
for
always
anyone,
change that in a future movie.
right? No, I'm
Oh.
saying for anyone that this look does not do it
Got
for.
it. Yeah, right.
Seeing her, it's not going to look any better.
Mhm.
But
Right.
look, I'm proud of Aldous. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Aldous Hodge.
Because like I said, I watched him in that Kevin Bacon show, and I fucking love that show. City on a Hill, I think it's called.
I still didn't watch the second season. Yeah, City on the Hill. I
So fucking good.
first
Joe.
season was I loved it.
It's so fucking good. But yeah, comic book universe. Stop making the really good black actors birds. Fucking figure that out. Figure out what you're doing with that. But no, I'm very proud of him, and I'm glad that we get Hawkman. And I know this is something Joel's been asking for.
I'm a big Hawkman guy, so I'm gonna be a little more critical. But I'll accept it for now, because as long as the movie's good, we'll get more Hawkman and they'll adjust.
Now I've heard rumors that he's going to be fighting Hawkeye. Is that correct?
I don't think you have to worry about that crossover now.
You just stop following where you got that from.
But I will say this, Joel. What and to your point of if we see him again, what we're starting to learn is these directors that a movie is about one person but has other people. The focus isn't put as much into everybody else as your main character, which is why when we get a Hawkman movie,
right,
series,
that
director that they select will be very passionate about Hawkman. It might look at this suit the way you are and is like, no, we're gonna go more simplistic here, and do a more traditional look.
Just color palette. It's not even the look. The look I can live with. It's just the color. Like, if it was green pants, I wouldn't even argue right now. I wouldn't not be fighting.
I love how they doubled down. They were like, all right, red pants, okay.
Red
wings. It's like, why are the wings red?
Red wings.
What? I'm just picturing, Joel, that they're born with the wings and the pants. Like, it's not they select the color of pants. No, they're just born with it. Like,
that's just, this is part of my wing set. No, I hope they don't do that either, because that, like, in the picture we saw of him standing, you didn't see the wings. Did they retract all the way like in the CW? Like,
I think so. I think so. I didn't like that, but I think
I don't like that either.
So I'll say this, Joe.
Harness.
Joe, how familiar are you with Hawkman?
Nah, not at all.
Okay, so what me and Joel are saying is, in the comics and even in the cartoons, his wings don't go into his body. They just fold against it. Oh, I'll give you a perfect example. You remember Gargoyles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Goliath. You know how Goliath's wings didn't go into his body? It would just kind of fold into his back.
Well, gotcha.
That's how Hawkman looks.
Their wings would like become like Batman's cape and shit.
Right. Yes. Right.
But,
I see it. I actually
like
now I
remember from X-Men. Angel,
so I was actually thinking of Angel. Yes, Archangel. Yes. Right.
Archangel. Both of them, same one.
I was. That's what I was thinking of. Now I'm looking at a picture of him from the cartoons, and I actually remember his character.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. I'm like, Joe had to watch the cartoons for sure.
I do remember him from the cartoons. Yes.
Yes. He was in Super Friends too, if you go that far back.
I will say here, I don't know how much I like the wristlets, the bracelets or whatever the hell those things are.
I don't mind them. I just wish they weren't black. I just want to give them an accent, like the color, like gold.
I'm more so curious if that's just an aesthetic or if that's for a reason. That's what I'm just more so curious about. That's why I'm like, I'm just waiting to see about it. But this shot here, it kind of makes me like Joel forget about the fact that he actually is supposed to have hair, because it looks so good here. Like the whole shot looks
great.
Good.
I just hair is just. I knew it was probably going to be a possibility we're not going to get any, but he looks good without it. I'm not saying it doesn't. Just
right. And one thing, Joel, that seeing Black Adam makes me very frustrated by is that I didn't get enough of the cape in Shazam. And it looks like I'm going to get a lot of fucking cape here with Black Adam. It's just a look I fucking love of Shazam having.
The cape? Yeah, well, Black Adam doesn't always wear the
not at all. That's why I'm saying the fact that we're seeing it
he doesn't do it often.
Right. Seeing it so much with him and not Shazam is just like, all right. Really cool shot. Now, this is the shot that, first of all, confused me on so many levels. Because I'm like, first of all, how do you perfect the suit so beautifully? But then here's where you go to the getting too cute. The fuck is his eyes?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, well, that's different.
Why did you get rid of his eyes? It's such a simple thing you didn't need to touch. Why
eye slits. There are none. There's no eye slits. Yeah. Everything else looks great. Very weird, but okay.
Very weird.
Why does that look like the Blackbird?
That does look like the Blackbird. Like
that's exactly what I thought it was when we first.
Xavier's like, wait, now I'm in the wrong spot. This is the wrong universe.
Is that SR-71?
It has an arrowhead.
Yeah,
it's just a little different, but like it kind of looks like the Blackbird.
It's weird. But one thing I will say, Joel, albeit it'll take a while to get used to no eye. Again, we don't know that there's no eyes. There's just no eyes in this shot.
I can't tell. I mean, if there are, like, I don't know.
It's very hard to tell. But
it's not here. It's more the other shot that you definitely.
There's a shot there. There's the shot when he doesn't have it on, but
when he's holding it.
When he's holding the helmet, do we see any eye slits there?
That's where I noticed that there was no.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. And we're gonna pause there because I don't think I did see it. But the one compliment I wanted to give them is this suit is so beautiful. Not having eyes is something that I think I'll forget about very quickly because this suit is beautiful.
It does look like his suit is mostly CGI too.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And I like how. Let me just say this. Did you guys ever see that Geico commercial where the two actors were in the car and he was saying, clearly you're the main character because they're kind of blurring me out.
Yes.
And the focus is on you.
Yeah.
I love how most of these shots, the focus is the actor, not the background. The background kind of looks like Joel's, where the focus is just on the character and not really his surroundings. I love that because it makes him seem larger than life. When you kind of do it,
I do seem larger than life. Yes.
I will not argue that, Joel. I like this suit for her. I kind of like this suit for her the same way I didn't mind Sprite's suit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, you can't complain. She has like the logo. We saw her logo earlier. Actually, they showed it during see what I mean by it looks like
he's getting bigger.
Is the character, not really the background. So it accentuates the character.
Is he running or is he getting bigger in that scene?
I think he's running.
I think he's doing both. I think he probably started small and then it's just getting bigger.
He looks fantastic.
I mean, that's how it normally happens. Yes.
That is how it happens. I love this shot, man. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he just kicked the car. He's big. He's huge.
Yeah, he is huge.
I don't see any eyes there. I can't tell though. It could be there.
It's hard to tell. It could be just a reflection. Like that's a really glossy helmet.
Yes, it is. So much so you can see the reflection of everything. Like, like
you can see everybody in the shot behind him. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can get a better shot. I love him recruiting him here. I'm very curious if this is the end of the movie.
Yeah, right. Spoiler.
Yo, imagine this is probably the end credit scene. They've done that in what was the last trailer to do that? I can't remember the movie, but they showed the end credit scene in one of the trailers. What was it?
I saw that. Yes, I'm like, hey, I've seen this before.
Yeah. Don't spoil me. But I do like this because obviously we know his answer is no. But I do like him attempting. Like, hey, if we had you, maybe I don't have to be in this helmet all the time. Come help me. And then, of course, our shots of the two berries and Supergirl. I just wish I could see a lot more of Supergirl. Obviously, we will when we get the trailer.
I had no idea that was even Supergirl. I had no clue.
You don't see the S here?
No.
Oh, damn.
I thought that was another Flash.
Oh, what? No. God,
yeah, no. I thought it was a female Flash.
Oh, God, please no.
I knew it was a girl.
Please no.
I question everything now, you know. Can't tell.
Irish ruined everything for me with that. All right, damn, we got so many comments. All right, yes, we got a lot. Mr. E loves that we got a surprise stream. Of course, Mr. E, we love to keep you guys on your toes.
Surprise.
Shout out to my dad. Yes. No, so Dad, this is a sizzle reel of the Batman, Flash, Aquaman, and Black Adam. It's not just Black Adam. But we were focusing on Black Adam a lot.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff we were looking at, because a lot of new shit came out of that. Like, oh,
right.
Wow.
Suit looks amazing. Absolutely. Such a great teaser. I'm with you. Trayvon was screaming about Noah when I was talking about Noah. Flash suit looks so good. She says, who are you under there? She does say that, but here's the thing, Trayvon. Whenever they splice a trailer, the audio never necessarily matches up with the scene. They just splice it. So that could have been said at any point in time. You know what I'm saying? And then when she said they're after the Waynes, I don't know if that's the same scene where she's saying, who are you under that mask?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't
think she knows at first. I'll say that.
No.
I don't think she necessarily knows that first either, but we also can agree that scene is probably later on in the movie.
But like, does it matter right now then?
No, I'm answering what he was saying there. No, it's not a big deal to me. Oh yeah, he helped me with Vulture. Same thing I said. The Fate suit is so shiny and cool. Black Adam is now my most anticipated movie. I'm sure Flash will be good too.
No, just take the shots. You got to see the other characters. People will get on.
Yeah, my most anticipated will still be Flash, because that literally sets up every fucking thing we can expect to see going forward. So I'm like, there's a lot of things.
It'll explain what we're going
over the Batman.
Batman again to me is like my religion. So it's like I don't have to ever put words to how that's, of course, always my most anticipated. Yeah. So more realistically, outside of the obvious that people know I'm going to select, I like to kind of, switch it up. So Flash, just to see where it sets up. Because you remember, Joel, you guys, when we were doing our old show, you guys were coming down on me when I was like, Venom's my most anticipated. You're like, fucking Venom. But remember my explanation. I'm like, if this does good, it sets up so much stuff they can do. Little did I know all they were going to do is just villain movies. I didn't think that. But I thought if it was successful, maybe Kevin looks at it and goes, okay, I'll bring it in here.
It was financially successful.
Financially, yes. It's just it was very divided amongst.
We're going to get 3 of them motherfuckers. It wasn't because they were bad. I mean,
that is true.
And look at what they're doing with Morbius, strategically moving it to April 1st. That's all. That's all strategy. That's strategy.
It's obviously a joke.
Yeah. Well, I'll say
if the movie's bad, they can be like, ha ha.
April Fool. It's not real.
April Fool's
never happened.
Never happened. I don't know what this thing was. Mr. E is saying, hope we get more Keaton's Batman, but I don't think we'll get a full reveal until after Pattinson's Batman. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Mr. E. They don't care anymore. They don't. Even knowing that there's multiple Batman shows, they don't give a fuck. So I think whenever the Flash trailer drops is when we'll see Keaton. We might even just see Keaton as Bruce. We might not see him as Batman in the trailer.
Can you help me?
But we will see the character in the movie for sure. So that in the trailer, sorry, is what I meant. So I don't doubt that at all.
Mr. Wayne.
That always stands out to me, Joe. That's one of my favorite villain scenes of all time. Is Bane out front of the prison giving his speech. Gives me chills every time. Every fucking time. I love it.
Let me tell you something. As far as expectations go, and anticipation goes. So we remember how long and how hard it was to get Spider-Man No Way Home tickets, correct?
Right.
All right. Now I was worried because there was something up with Fandango that day. That was yesterday. Trying to get tickets to the Batman, right? Now, unfortunately, I can't go see it on March 1st. I have to go see it on March 4th. I'm looking at the theater that I'm going to go see it at. 5 seats were bought, including me.
Well, it's going to bomb, obviously.
But what? No. It's not going to bomb, but I'm very, I don't
know where you're going with it.
No, I'm surprised that as big as this movie is being presented and or thought of, I'm surprised it's not sold out.
That theater, is there another theater that's like the more common theater in that area?
No, this is the only theater in that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What time?
Yeah. I mean, it's an 11 a.m. show though.
Oh, well then that's why.
Yeah, but I mean, I know we're talking about Spider-Man. Spider-Man, all the morning shows. That's what I was originally going to go to, was the 11 a.m. Friday morning show.
Right, but
Sold
also to the larger audience that's not like into it the way we are. To them, it's like, all right, I'm adjusting to a whole new Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the beginning of a whole new era. As
Right.
compared to like the
I'll
third.
tell you this, Joe. I tell you this: if this movie does exactly what they're projecting it to do,
Mhm.
the sequel will be just like Spider-Man was. The sequel to the Batman, those 11 a.m.
This is just Batman. This is not the culmination of all
Whoa,
the Spider-Man
whoa,
movies of all
whoa.
time.
So we're gonna have 3 Batman.
No.
Oh, you lost me for a second. I'm like, did I say that?
The Batman is they're all gonna stand there and point at each other.
No.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, you could never do that because
we are getting 3 Batman this year, but
we are. But the only
No, I
reason
know
you
that,
could
yeah.
never do that is, how do you pick?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Bruce.
With
I'm
Spider-Man, you didn't have to pick. It was only those 3. So like, how do you do a culmination Batman movie, dude? Like, I don't ever.
It's already been chosen. There's 3 right now.
Yeah.
Right now, they're just not the same movie.
Affleck, Keaton, and or even you can even bring Bale. Just have
Yeah,
them
you
all
could.
on the screen at once.
No, I would say Bale over Ben, because he had actual 3 full movies.
Yeah, actually, had movies. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
He did have movies, but I don't know if I put Bale over Ben.
No. I'm saying as far as
That's
Ben never had
preference,
his
though.
own movie.
I know what you're
Legacy?
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nolan trilogy is one of my favorites, but I'm just saying, as far as Bale goes, combination.
Woo! Look at that beautiful thing.
I can never
Alright.
find some of the covers I want from Empire. I hate it.
What do you mean? Like the
So
actual?
I would go to a store. Obviously, I don't have a subscription to it, right? So what I would do is, when I know that a magazine is coming out, I used to go all the way to the city or on my way to work. I would stop at one of the random, like the big stores that have all these magazines, and I can never get the covers I wanted. And I'm talking about like when the Star Wars movies were coming out and whatever. I always wanted specific Empire covers I can never fucking find.
Yeah, it's not easy. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I'll say this: seeing this shot, I don't like it any better than when I saw it in the trailer. Again, this show is going to be phenomenal, so it won't bother me at all. But it'll take a while for me to get used to seeing this part of Moon Knight. That'll take a very long time. But
I don't like the way that looks either. But it's not like he's never shown his face. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. I'm only speaking about what my preferred look is. I'm not saying it like he's only had that look. That's just my preferred look. That's why I'm saying it's just going to take me a while to get used to this look, because my preferred look is, and I'm used to this, Joel, because my favorite version of Moon Knight, him in a suit where he's wearing a full-on mask.
You're just talking about the mummified look.
The mummified look is what I'm saying. I don't like.
I don't hate it though. I don't hate it.
It's grown. I didn't like it at first. I definitely didn't. But it's because it looked clunky in the first, especially that first shot. And like the end shot where he's coming, he kind of looks bulky. I'm like, I don't like bulky Moon Knight. But the suit has grown on me because look at I love the golden accents on the suit. It's like a gold plate, like it's a chest plate, the gold chest plate mummified shit.
Yeah.
The gold crescent he's holding on his arm, on his elbow, on his the link on his belt. It's a sash. He has like a fucking sash. That's different. It's not something you normally look. And obviously the shoulder pads are also golden, but they're covered in the wraps. I just love the details more than anything of this suit. It's grown on me a lot, but it is still clunky. The mask looks too thick, you know.
To me, it's like you did the hood perfectly, you did the cape perfectly, and it's like whenever you get eyes that perfect, it's like, damn, the all black would have just brought that out more. So like like I said, the mummification look of it, like I said, I don't hate it. I've seen worse suits. I'm just saying it has to grow on me, and it has not yet, is all I'm saying. So again, I'm not saying I hate it or it's the worst thing ever. It has to grow on me, and right now it just isn't. But that cape is fucking beautiful. Goodness gracious. Oh my god, that cape. Even the cape, the look of the cape in the trailer was awesome. But I do like how handy apparently his moon daggers are. That, I mean, you can't get any more handy than that. It's like, oh, thank you.
Love his bloody knuckles. See his knuckles all bloody.
I do. That is something I want to see a lot of, Joel. Is a lot of red on that suit. Yeah. Because that was his whole thing. Like, he was like, I like it because you can see the red. As opposed to, we know Daredevil and guys like that, to where it's like, no, I wear the red, so you can't really tell the difference of blood or not. So Moon Knight wants that. So I'm like, I hope, and again, I'm not talking about a bloodbath, but you know, he was a guy that liked to get messy. Show it. Joe, do you want to add anything on the look of this suit?
No, I mean, it's not what I'm used to as far as Moon Knight goes, you know, from the comics, but I understand the practicality of it. I understand why they chose it, because of, you know, the Egyptian lore and, you know, where he's getting his powers from. So I'm not against it. If they do it right, they do it right, you know. But knowing Moon Knight and what he looked like in the comics, it's definitely different. But I'm not against it. So
I mean, if we're being honest, Joel, I can just equate my feeling to exactly what you just said about Hawkman. You didn't hate the suit at all.
Mm-hmm.
You thought they were getting a little too cute. That's all I'm saying for this. I don't hate it at all.
At least it kept the color scheme. My issue with
that is true.
I'm like, this mother turned out like blue. I'd be upset. I'm like, this is not what the fuck you doing, guys?
I always say I'm never a fan of when you like we said, just don't get too cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very simple suit. Just lean into the simplicity of it. There's another shot though from these.
Yeah, they showed two covers.
They showed two covers.
One of the like artwork. But it was nice.
Yeah, I got the second one right here. Oh nope, wrong one. Here we go. Wait.
The lies. The lies.
The lies. All right.
Lies.
Let's shrink it. All right, there we go. All right. Let's see what the comment section is saying, and let's blow that up.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. I swear to God, Oscar Isaac, when they were making this design, Oscar Isaac was like, all right, what if we did Moon Knight? Yes. Moon Knight, yes. But what if I stick it to my good friend, Michael Fassbender, and just do a better Assassin's Creed look? Like, what if I just show him what an Assassin's Creed should be? Like, what if I just showed him what it should be like, you know, just really quickly? But no, it's a pretty cool shot. It's pretty cool. I like this shot.
It's beautiful artwork, yes.
Yeah, I like the Egyptian god behind him. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's that for that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what these comments are saying. All right. Let me All right. So I want to get into this last thing. I don't want us to go too long. I want to get into this last thing. Obviously, we got news.
Hi.
Wait, nope. Sorry, wrong one. Exit out of that one. Okay, let me bring
it. A busy day.
It's a very busy day.
Crazy. It's a crazy day.
All right, so we got the news.
Who's that guy? No,
that's one of my favorite actors. And
it's Cotton Weary, right?
Joe, I will throat punch you. One of my favorite Punishers all time is joining the Star Wars world. Ray Stevenson has been cast in Star Wars Ahsoka. His role is secret, but he will play the villain of the series and will be an admiral, but not Thrawn.
Yeah.
So what's very interesting about that, outside of love seeing Ray Stevenson in fucking anything, but what's most interesting about that is the fact that we all thought Thrawn was the villain of Ahsoka series. Now we know that Thrawn is sending someone to do his dirty work. So that's very interesting. So it alludes to, Joel, what we've been saying for a long time, which is their goal is to build an Avengers level threat that takes Mando, takes Boba, takes Ahsoka, Grogu, maybe Luke to defeat Thrawn. So I'm like, okay, this is now more interesting because I thought we were getting right into Thrawn. So this is interesting that he'll be more so in the background. Kind of like if you watch Rebels, like Vader was. Vader was very much in the background in the what do you call them, Joel? The Sith that they sent out. Why am I completely blanking?
Inquisitors?
Inquisitors, yes. Vader was in the background, sent the Inquisitors out, and
The
then as you got
questionnaires
further,
come out with
Right.
that.
Yes. Question.
right. And then as you got further in Rebels is when you saw a little bit more of Vader. So I think they might use Thrawn like that in this Ahsoka series. So I'm very excited.
Now, fill me in. Who is he from? I'm sorry. I don't know who he is. That's
You
why.
don't know Ray Stevenson?
Ray Stevenson, he was the Punisher in Punisher Warzone.
Which
That was the Punisher that started. The movie started with him cutting off heads and shooting people in the face at a dinner table.
At a dinner table.
why do I only know
Tom Jane?
Thomas
He was the
Jane.
first one.
Yeah, Tom Jane is the most notable because he was like the first big one. Obviously,
He had a movie.
Was the big
I mean,
one.
I think I
like the
well, you
first
know what?
one.
I think I did see Warzone. I wasn't really crazy about it.
Most people weren't, but it's my favorite Punisher of all time.
All right. No. I didn't know that's who it is.
Yeah.
It's also a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago.
What else is he in though?
He's done a lot of TV.
He done a lot of like he
'Cause
was.
he looks familiar. That's why I'm asking.
He did Burn Notice.
He did do Burn Notice.
He
I
did a lot
can't
of
think of
shit.
what other big stuff he did, but I love him personally just from Punisher. So that really was
He's why we have the
all that
internet.
stuff with me was Punisher.
That's
Look it
true.
up. Ray
I mean,
Stevenson.
what isn't he in? Basically, is a question you should have asked.
That
me.
is a proper question. Yeah, what is in the end?
You know,
But to go
it was Volstagg too.
You said Ray Stevenson?
Yeah,
Yes.
he was Volstagg.
Wait a minute. This guy looks completely different from what I'm looking at. Is there two different
Well,
Ray?
he is old. That's a younger version of Ray Stevenson.
Oh, this guy's got like a white beard.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. This is probably God knows.
This is the
All
Ray
right.
Stevenson that Joanna.
Oh, he was in
from the
Thor.
Punisher.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
You just said
he
that.
was
You literally-
Volstagg. I keep saying that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
literally
he
just
was
said that.
Volstagg.
That's where I know him from. He played Volstagg in Thor and Thor Dark World.
All three of them.
Okay.
Oh, and yeah, he was in
He
Ragnarok.
died in the third one, but yes.
There we
Yeah,
go.
brutally
Okay.
died in the
I
third.
knew. All right, I knew him.
Yeah, he was the third. He was the fat one of the.
Oh, he was in Divergent.
there
He's
we
in a
go.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, Ray
G.I. Joe-
Stevenson is a working man.
He was Firefly in GI Joe Retaliation.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep.
Jesus, yeah, you're right.
Oh, he was the Punisher.
All right, Joe. I will literally. All right. So to go along with this Star Wars news, we also got the news. Obviously, we knew he was in it, but just a few more details. Darth Vader's role in the Kenobi series will reportedly be a major one, and fans will see a live-action version of Vader not yet seen. A more angry, stronger, and out-for-blood version of Vader that will be flipping and kicking during his fights.
Oh my
Now,
God.
someone who is read,
They're gonna Obi-Wan.
Red Vader,
Not Obi-Wan.
So
Yoda.
Rogue One.
I'll say this: as someone who's read Vader comics, there was not a lot of flipping and kicking.
Yeah, I don't know about flipping. You,
Like,
you had
when
me.
they said flipping and kicking. I'm like, Vader never did
If you
it.
could have felt how I felt on the inside, you had me up until you said that. Like I'm like clapping, like yeah, and then you're like flipping and kicking. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like,
whoa,
that,
what?
that sounds like whoever wrote that was just really excited about Vader. It was just like, yeah, he's flipping
Yeah.
and kicking.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just not
not
gonna be as
practical.
stiff. I think is what they're trying to say.
That I can see that.
Yeah.
But,
That I understand because he didn't start off that stiff, so I get that. But
Well, you know,
flipping
it's back in the day. They all were that stiff. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Very rigid.
like,
let's
flipping
be
and kicking
honest. I love the original trilogy, but those fucking
just-
saber fights were very anticlimactic. Like
for sure, yeah.
I got you.
But yeah,
Yes.
so Joe, I want to
Okay.
kick it to you first.
Kick it to me.
Your
do
thoughts
it.
on the Ahsoka news that Thrawn is not the big bad,
Mm,
or the main villain, rather,
gotcha.
that we all assumed he was going to be. Your thoughts on that, and then your thoughts on a more angry, stronger, and out for blood version of Vader.
All right. So first thing, it makes sense. It does make sense for them to set something up. You'll probably see Thrawn. You'll probably see him either end credits or just you'll see maybe a short scene with him.
No, I think he'll be in a few episodes.
Okay.
I just think they're saying he's not the focus.
It makes sense.
They're not
we
fighting
thought.
Thrawn this
It
season.
also would make sense with somebody of his position to delegate, to
100%.
some degree.
Even though he's one of the most skilled fighters in Star Wars.
Because I had asked
can't
you, I'm
wait
like,
for that.
what do you think the odds of them tying these series up in a movie or something like that? So
I like the idea of it.
it could make sense. It could. So maybe that's
what to
what
preserve Star Wars is to do it that way.
maybe that's what they're setting up. But let's go to the
Biggest
Vader
Avengers
thing.
movie. I
'Cause
love
the
it.
Imagine
Vader-
the box office for that.
Yeah.
Right?
The Vader
yeah.
news is what's getting me aroused. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Calm
calm down there, Joe.
All
Well,
right.
my worry, and you got me also with
Put your lightsaber away.
the Will Ferrell. You said he was gonna be like Will Ferrell, kicking and screaming. What'd you say?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be based off of soccer. Right. Yeah.
So
Kicking and screaming.
like my
No.
biggest complaint with Vader in Rogue One was the same thing, which I'm worried about here. But I did have it was
I'm so shocked right now.
it was Joel. It's hard to explain. It was I was in love, and then I was also upset at the same time because it was a Vader that I've always wanted to see.
Okay.
But chronologically it didn't make any sense. But this
Well-
part does. But that's all because it's because of how badly what do you call it, choreographed and like we just said, how stiff they were in A New
Old
Hope.
days. But that's good. You have to retcon that because you didn't have the technology.
And I'm okay with that. I've grown to understand that. So
Well, you must have hated
I'm
the
whatever it
prequels
is.
because they do a lot of flipping and shit.
No, I loved it. No, that's
Oh.
what I want. You want that. You
Oh,
want
okay.
like Anakin saber duel in Revenge of the Sith was amazing between him and Obi-Wan. That's what you want.
That's
That's what I
exactly
wish. That's the only thing I wish the original trilogy had. But anyway, knowing that we might get scenes from the Vader comics of him taking out just but wait a minute, in the Vader comics, if I'm not mistaken, didn't stormtroopers turn on him? No, it was rebels. I'm sorry, it was the rebels. Him taking out
Stormtroopers. No, you are right. What happened?
that's what I thought. Okay.
In the Vader comics, because it took place literally not long after Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
So what happened was, to the stormtroopers, anyone with a lightsaber
Yes.
that was still around was a Jedi. Because remember, Dooku was all they knew of the Sith, and he was dead. So anyone with a lightsaber they thought was a Jedi. So remember, Palpatine never told anyone that Anakin was Vader.
Right.
Right.
That's what I thought.
So Vader couldn't say like, "Hey, I'm Anakin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
relax.
it's me. Look.
So what he would do is anytime, so what Palpatine did was he sent Vader out to do missions, and in those missions, troopers would pop up, and
Gotcha.
Vader had to kill them to preserve.
I knew there was imagery in my head of him squaring off against stormtroopers. For some reason, it doesn't make any sense. But I also know that there were scenes of him taking on an entire like fleet of rebels, just tearing through them. So if we get that, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it literally be like Rogue One, right? But just amplified. So
Yeah, I want to see Vader. I want to see more tall task for Vader. We obviously know in the comics he took on Maz Kanata, who was a strong Jedi, not a powerful one. But he did take on a powerful Jedi, and that's how he was able to bleed the crystal to get his lightsaber. So I want to see him have tougher tasks. Obviously, I don't need it to be elongated because it's about Kenobi. But Rogue One was cool because it was only rebels in it, right? Like there weren't other Jedi.
Yeah.
So it fit for that. But knowing that there are other Jedi out there that he's hunting, I do want to see him a little bit, fucking struggle to kill this motherfucker today. Like he wouldn't die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then obviously leading up to when he goes one-on-one with Kenobi. But what's crazy about this Kenobi series, Joe, is I'm not looking forward to any of the Vader Kenobi scenes that are present to this story. I'm looking forward to all the flashback shit.
You want the flashbacks? I got you.
Seeing Hayden is Anakin again, with both of them having now on their armor, and fucking maybe even Ahsoka alongside of them. Like I'm more curious what they do with these flashbacks, right? So that's what I'm really amped up for. To see Hayden as Anakin again, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Especially if we see Cody Joel, then that means in the flashback we might see Rex.
Young Rex.
Unbelievable, right? So that's what I'm more like really kind of chills about, is seeing that, because I'm like, it's Vader. You can't make Vader necessarily any more cool than we already know Vader can be, right? I want to see more, because remember, the Anakin we got of Hayden, a lot of people only like Revenge of the Sith. They didn't like Attack of the Clones. So I'm like, you only had one movie where you were like, I really like your Anakin. So to see the flashbacks where he's doing more cool stuff is something I'm really looking
Wait,
forward.
that wasn't Hayden Christensen in Phantom Menace? I thought he just had a growth spurt.
Anyway, Trayvon, I want to go to you. You're still in your process of Clone Wars, so you seeing flashbacks will be really cool for you, because it's going to probably be simultaneous as you're finishing Clone Wars heading into this series. But what are your thoughts on us getting a main villain that's not Thrawn for the Ahsoka series, and then your thoughts on a Vader that's out for blood? Like, that sounds insane when you say it out loud. Out for blood? What?
I guess for me, the Thrawn sending somebody else, it kind of expected for him. I don't like, he want to get himself dirty. He's like, send somebody else. Let them do it. Let them be my pawn, and I'll come in later and swoop in for the win. So it's fine. I mean, that, not surprised at it at all. When I heard that, I was like, okay, yeah, of course he is. Hopefully we do see him though.
There's no way we don't. Yeah, there's no way we don't. No way we don't.
But when it comes to Vader, as soon as I read that, I just thought about how I felt when I saw him in Fallen Order, in that game. Very menacing, it was very much, I'm scared, I want to run. Like, it was really, you feel that way.
I forgot about that, Trayvon.
It was terrifying. Like,
it was.
And you know what, Trayvon? You know what made it more terrifying is, if you remember the scene, it's they're standing there. You hear the breathing first, and then the saber extends, and you're like, oh my God.
And I'm like, and I was like, I was just struggling against her.
I know.
So I
just finished her.
Like, I was like, there's no way. Like, oh, what am I gonna do? I was like, really? I was like, run? What am I run for? He just pulled me back. I was really like,
that was the fun part. Was running, honestly.
Yeah.
BD1, stim me, hurry up.
Like, that was crazy. Like, you think about that, then you think about Rogue One and how ruthless it was there. So it's just like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be like that. God help whoever.
It's gonna be worse than that. Because if they're saying he's out for blood, the Vader you saw by the time you got to Rogue One was a tamer Vader. We're talking about a Vader that still knows Jedi exist. He is very hungry to snuff out and murder everything Jedi. So that's what they mean by he's just hungry for it, right? The Vader by Rogue One, that was very tame. like compared to what Vader was younger. Oh my fucking.
That's why I'm looking forward to this, and that's exactly what I was saying, because Rogue One, by the time Rogue One happens, and obviously A New Hope, he's been Vader for so long. We were robbed. We were robbed, because as soon as Revenge of the Sith happens and it becomes Vader, movie's over.
That right.
Now we get this.
Right after that.
Now
Prime
we get
Vader,
this.
right?
This is why 10 years. 10 years after, I think, right?
Yeah. We want 10 years.
So this is when he's still, younger and still working out, being in the suit, and also, like you said, on the hunt. He's literally going to be like Darth Wick.
He will be Darth Wick.
Yeah.
Cooler though.
Who killed my fucking droid? Where's my R2?
3PO.
Oh my God, could you picture that, Joel? If what Palpatine says to motivate him is like, hey, I know you're still freaking out about Padme and your kids. I get it. But I just saw a transmission. Don't get upset. Someone destroyed R2. R2?
I'll kill you all.
What does a man do when he loses his droid? It's just him slicing through people. No, but yeah, so this is a more vengeful Vader. Again, they don't want to show it. I don't know why, but at some point, and maybe we might get it in Acolyte. I want to see someone fucking bleed a
Yes.
crystal.
I
Why
want to
is
see.
that something we never get to see? Bleed a
Well,
crystal.
I'll do you even one better. All right. Yes, I want to see that happen, obviously, but I want to see somebody construct a fucking lightsaber
Very true.
in live action. Yes, in live action. Yes.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Even when Rey
but-
made her, when Rey makes the perfect time to see construction of a lightsaber. Rey makes her own lightsaber in Rise of Skywalker, and what happens? You don't even see it.
Off screen, yeah. She's just
Off
like,
screen,
here,
yeah.
I got it now. And it's like, wait,
Where'd you
what?
get your kyber? Where the fuck did the kyber crystal come from?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Why is he yellow?
There were too many questions that came out of that movie and not enough answers. But Joel, how excited are you about both news? Obviously, Thrawn being more background. I want to ask you this though, Joel, as I give the Thrawn question to you. So does this now make you kind of feel as though Ezra is on the back burner, like towards the last few episodes, where they finally find him and he's with Thrawn? Or were you always thinking that Ezra might be someone they come across during the course of the season and is with them through the journey towards the end?
I have no idea. I just thought, they were together. I don't know if they stayed together. I don't they're like living together in an apartment somewhere in space. I don't know about that. But
no, Ezra's with Thrawn. That's
left
what
together,
the
but
rumor was. Huh?
what do you mean with him? Like, are they working together?
No. So the original rumor was that we could be seeing a darker Ezra, like Thrawn has brainwashed him.
So they're working together. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like legit Ezra in his right mind is like, yes, I'm gonna work with Thrawn. But yes, okay. So yes, you're right. Yes.
Technically, it's just dark side. He's like, oh, I get it.
I mean, if watch Rebels, that boy was even worse than Anakin. That boy was just addicted to the dark side.
You guys may be able to answer. Well, not may. You probably will be able to answer this. Now that most of the stuff from the animated series, either Rebels or Clone Wars, are coming into live action, right? And these characters are coming into live action. We're going to see Ezra. We've already seen Bo-Katan and Ahsoka. What are the chances that they do give us in live action World Between Worlds?
Oh, probably not. No.
What's that?
So War Between Worlds.
That's how they brought. Isn't that how they resurrected? Doesn't Ahsoka die?
No.
What?
No, Ahsoka was only created in the cartoons.
Wait, who died and Ezra saves them?
Nobody.
Doesn't Ezra save Ahsoka from dying?
Oh no, Joel. So what he's saying about world
between worlds
episode
is when is when Ezra pulled Ahsoka out from when
Vader.
I
missed something. I'm like, what was that? A book?
Yeah,
like,
when Vader was about to kill her.
Remember
the only reason why
show?
the only reason why I don't think we will is because if you introduce that, it'll have fans looking for you to retcon so much other shit.
But that's my point. Let's retcon the fucking sequels.
No, because I look at that the same way I look
never
at
happened. Alternate reality.
Retcon 5.
Because to me, then where do you draw the line, right? So like, all right, then you have people like, well, why can't we just pluck Kenobi from now and bring him into present?
No, the only person I want them to pull Ben Solo. You pull Ben Solo out of that sequel. Tell him pull him right out of that trilogy.
It's someone who loved Kylo more than anything. Nah, he's
cool.
gotta stay dead. He's gotta stay dead. Everything that's dead.
I like Kylo Ren. He was.
Because I tell you this.
Now you sound like Kylo. Let the past die.
Wait, would you say, Joel?
You can still get Kylo Ren. He'll be a young Kylo Ren.
No. I'm saying I just if that character story is done, just let it be done. Because if you give me an option, I fucking want more Anakin more than anyone else. Pluck him out. Put him in.
Regular Anakin?
Regular Anakin. Yeah.
That's actually, you know what? That's controversial.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying, Joel. If you open that door, it'll only get more.
I think
you have people like, I want more Kenobi. It's like you want more Kenobi while you're getting Kenobi. Like,
so we'd have a world. You'd have a world where Vader doesn't exist.
Right.
I'm torn now because now you have the best that there ever was actually becoming the best that there ever could be, right?
Yes, but the only slight difference I think some people tend to forget is as strong as we know Vader was, you have to remember Vader was only working.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about Anakin.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I mean Anakin.
Yes, if Anakin kept his limbs, after Revenge of the Sith, he would have been the strongest Jedi.
That's
my limbs. I'm telling you.
No, that was what Lucas was saying. He was saying Vader was working at only half the capacity Anakin would have been working at had Obi-Wan not made
fucked
dinner.
him up. That's right.
Yeah.
Fucked him up.
So I'm saying picture Anakin still a Jedi, but the most powerful Jedi.
Yeah, that's my point.
What
Yeah.
stops him? Like what does Sidious bring out that could ever stop Anakin?
Sidious.
I'm more curious about that.
More
And
Sidious.
that's how you end the sequel trilogy. If he would have came back and defeated Palpatine from the world between worlds.
I will say it was a waste we never got to see Kylo interact with them because Kylo was under the mindset. My grandfather was Vader. He murdered all the Jedi. What a role model.
Yeah.
He never knew the Jedi version of his grandfather or the redemption of his grandfather.
Storytelling wise, how simplified does the movie become now? If the Force Ghost comes like, I redeemed myself, and really?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying the moment he had with his father,
I would have rather
changed that to having that with Anakin.
I would have liked it Anakin scene, yes.
Because it would have opened his eyes more to like, this whole thing was a lie. Everything I was raised on was a lie.
Any scene with Force Ghost Anakin in that movie would have been great. But
but also, Joel, how excited are you to hear about how crazy Vader's about to get?
I'm actually, you guys are turned off by the flipping and kicking, but it just reminds me of Yoda when we kicking ass shit. I'm like, I never expected that from Yoda back in the prequel series. And like when he did it, I know some people were turned off. I'm like, that was fucking dope.
Like I remember telling you that, Joel, in the theater. My dad's in here; he can attest to that. Everyone was laughing because it was just viewed more so as comical.
I laughed. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed.
I
laughed my ass off.
Single moment. I did not laugh. I cheered. I'm like, that was cool. He was cool, and that's what I want from Grogu too. God damn it.
Yeah, Grogu will get that. We'll get that.
For characters like that, yes. But I never ever needed to see Dooku do flips and kicks. I never needed to see.
I just don't need him to be that rigid. That's all, and that's what I think they mean. Not actual like ballet.
No, I get you. I get you. Just more flexible, just a little bit.
Right, because I know he's a robotic, but that doesn't mean he can't move. That's all.
I'm with you. It's and that's why we always say wording is important because it's when you say flips and kicks that it sounds like you actually want.
But I know that's all the people get. So...
He technically does a flip.
He does, right?
Return
I forget where it was.
In Return of the Jedi, it wasn't voluntarily. Luke kicks him down the stairs.
That's true.
But
I don't know how much stock I would put into that.
He does flip down the stairs.
He does flip. Yeah.
I wouldn't put much stock in that. I wouldn't.
All right, it's a tumble. It was more of a tumble, but okay.
Yeah, off balance.
It was also.
He's gonna get a legit flip. He's gonna do front flips now. And shit. Like he used
the
to.
whole point. See, but the thing is, the whole point with Vader, he didn't have to. I don't have to flip. I'm just gonna grab you by the Force and choke.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's more appealing. That I don't have to really go out of my way. Just here, come here. Gotcha. Yeah.
That's why that scene in the fucking Rogue One was so cool. Like, oh shit! Like,
and
like, I know you can force choke everyone, but that's not always as fun. You just want to flash.
No, not at all.
Sometimes.
Yeah, not at all.
You want to show off? That's different.
There's two more big things I want to get to because I really enjoy but I really want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. The first one is the Netflix Marvel shows are leaving Netflix soon.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people are like, no, but now how are we gonna watch it? And I'm like, well,
Hulu.
First of all,
it's got to be Hulu. It has to be.
Fair, but here's the reason why I didn't understand how upset they were getting. Feige is bringing these characters back to life. So if he is, it probably won't be much of what you saw from those shows. It'll be new. So those shows are good things to look back on. Yeah. But they don't really matter now. So I'm like, I think they told you they were gone for forever. Who cares? You're getting the characters back.
Yeah, no.
Feige said, I'm never using them again.
I don't. No. I can understand that. But if they were getting rid of the shows without putting it on a platform for you to watch, again, then I can understand why people would be upset because people still liked those shows, but that's not going to happen. I think they're just going to go to a different platform. So I think maybe people just read that wrong.
That's very fair. But also, like I said, if we weren't getting these characters anytime soon, then it's like, damn, like at least I had that to go back on. But I just fucking saw Daredevil and Kingpin. So it's like, it's clearly being fast tracked. So the sooner we get that, the sooner nothing that you saw there outside of the faces matters.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trayvon.
I was gonna say it's one hell of a deal that they did for this lease or this whatever, because the fact that they get to take the shows that Netflix paid for is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I thought about. I was like, did Netflix put up the money for these shows? I was like, really? I couldn't even believe that. That was just so weird to me. I can't get the characters back, but getting the whole shows back, all of them.
I was shocked. I had no idea they could do that.
Bruh.
I was like, all right,
Bruh,
cool.
look,
Wait,
I don't know
wait,
how
I
true
thought-
this. I don't know how true this is.
I thought Disney
No.
retained the rights. I thought that's what it was. They lost
Yeah,
the
no,
Netflix.
They have the
lost
rights to the character.
Yeah.
I didn't know they would get the show.
They've been
I
having
didn't
the
know they
rights
would
to the
get the show.
characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know how true this is. Take this with a grain of salt, but I did hear a rumor that Feige was seen holding the head of Netflix over the balcony. I don't know how true it is, but all I know is before he arrived, those shows were on Netflix. After he left, they were being shipped back. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, he literally started
just
killing.
saying.
He started killing all the Marvel adjacent shows. He came in and was like, "All right, I'm in control now. Chop, chop, chop,
Yeah.
chop, chop, chop."
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
Kevin
so-
Feige was walking into meetings of shows that were almost done and was just like,
Oh,
how
no.
close are you? One more episode? Great.
Mm.
Do me a huge favor. Nothing crazy. Pack all this shit up. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out. It's like, wait, what? Yeah, get the fuck out.
They let Hellstrom come out at least. They let,
They
they
did.
let
Bro,
Hellstrom.
you know what?
That was already
I know
done.
a lot of people are gonna go, it's so stupid. I was looking forward to seeing Squirrel Girl. And then it was just like, oh no, you're not
That was-
getting it.
I wanted the Ghost
Oh,
Rider.
man.
I wanted the Ghost Rider.
Only
And
reason
then-
I didn't stress over Ghost Rider is the first thing me and Joel said was, well, they only pulled it because he's gonna use it for the movie.
Yeah.
Well, I was the
As long
actor.
as
I was
you're
like,
gonna
that kind of sucks for the actor though. Like, I
We
thought
don't
he was
know that
great.
they're not
I
gonna
thought he
use
was great.
That's true.
Yeah.
We don't know that they're not gonna use them because
Hey, I was on the phone with Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus and I, he said,
Too old.
Norman's like, let's go. We ride high.
Yeah,
Oh.
Norman right now is just like, no. I'm waiting for Feige to just say,
Yeah.
all right, come suit up. I'm there.
Why are you hating on Norman Reedus? Perfect.
Too old. He too old.
He's too
Oh.
old.
Okay.
Look, Johnny's not. Johnny's supposed to be older.
I
Anyway.
don't want. I don't want Johnny.
Trayvon, there
Oh,
can
you
be
can get
two.
both.
Why
Yeah,
are
you can
why
have
are you
both
not
of them.
understanding? There can be two.
Yeah.
You know you can have. Wait. Just
you
spoiler
can
alert.
have.
Spoiler alert. You know you can have Peter and Miles, right? Like
Yeah, right.
you don't have to. You don't have to get
There
rid of.
can be more than one. Since not Highlander.
Don't deal in Sith. Don't deal in Sith, Trayvon. All right. Other news I wanted to hear you guys' take on because I just thought it was really interesting. The show literally no one asked for, Gotham Knight series for CW. We're getting Dick Grayson, Bluebird, and Spoiler
Shocked.
as the headliners.
I did not expect any of that.
You know what's funny, Joel? You know what I think
We're
happened?
still not going forward.
This is exactly what I think happened. I think when the rumor came out, right, of that Gotham Knights was coming out, and it sounded like it was Damian Wayne and villains kids, and we shitted
That's
on
exactly what it sounded like.
it. Right, and we shitted on it. I swear they went back to the drawing tables and said, okay, we can't do that.
Wait,
But what if
Gotham Knights
we
is the
gave
game, right?
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
Gotham Knights is the
There's a
game?
show coming
Yeah.
out.
But now it's a show.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So it was a show now.
Show.
but
There's
it's
a show on
not,
CW.
no. It's still
Show
a
on
game.
CW.
It's still
Yeah.
a game,
Separate things.
but the
Separate
show
things.
is going to be nothing like the game.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
It'll have one Robin for.
Because I was gonna say I liked the way the game looked.
The
Right.
game is
No,
looks
if they
great.
were adapting the game, this would be
Oh.
me celebrating.
right.
This wouldn't be me like I don't. Why?
Did you say
I
a
want to do
character?
something very different.
Did you say a character name before, or is that the spoiler?
No, that's
What
the
is the
character's
name of the character?
Spoiler.
Yeah.
The character's name is Spoiler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You didn't
I don't
this?
know the character.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
the
was
character
character.
either. I don't know the
I
character
don't know
either.
I don't know what Spoiler is.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
Ron, you
I
do
don't
know.
know.
The character. You watch Young Justice.
Yeah, she's in Young Justice.
You legit saw her beginning of this year.
She's a
Which one is that?
Purple hood.
Purple Hood.
She's blonde. In this show, she has like half a mask.
Sure. I don't know.
Very, very good.
Well, look, I mean, look, like me and Joel always say, if you don't know the characters, allow this show now to introduce you to the character.
Well, you know what's funny is that I think bringing in Spoiler is what will open my eyes to it. I didn't think about it because she is the daughter of a villain.
Right.
So there's one. You know, the Clue Master. She's the daughter of a villain. You know who else
Looks
is
like
the daughter of a villain?
She looks like a purple Moon Knight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That's Tim
This is
Drake.
a lot of
Love
Robin,
interest.
a lot of Dick Grayson.
That looks good. All right, she looks all right.
Yeah, that's Tim's girl in the
Okay.
comic book. Now, do you know who else is the daughter of a villain?
I guess Bluebird.
No, she's not. She's very not. She did not. No. Orphan is.
Oh yeah, I knew Orphan.
So it's
I
like
thought you were going with
you
Bluebird.
could introduce Orphan if you really. You do Orphan and Spoiler, who they've been pushing a lot in the comic books lately. Bluebird being, but that's cool because that Bluebird, very Harper Roche, who's also in Young Justice, by the way, not as Bluebird but as Harper Roche.
Right.
She's very much a Nightwing character.
Mhm.
That's where she was introduced. She comes from an abusive family. I don't think she has a villain father or mother. They can change that, obviously, but
It very much. It looks like it will.
yeah.
So
But
it
that's
looks
already
like now. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mommy, that's already 3 girls other than Dick. So my question is, who are what other characters, and if they're gonna be more male characters?
So now it looks like instead of Damian Wayne bringing in like these, tortured kids of villains, it looks like Dick Grayson kind of pulls a Bruce Wayne and takes in Strays.
Yeah.
And in taking in Strays, he builds his new Bat family.
I was just shocked. That's also another thing I was shocked about, that they're using Dick Grayson, because we already have Dick Grayson on Titans, and we know we're gonna get Dick in Batgirl. And we might get a Dick in the Batman in the future.
There's
So
just Dick everywhere.
there's so much Dick.
It is
You're gonna
honestly.
be putting Dick in everything.
Yeah.
Literally
Honestly.
every orifice.
There's Dick we went from one Dick to like millions of Dicks, and it's I'm here
and
for
look,
it.
and you know
Bag.
what's crazy, Joel?
A full
Some
bag of
people-
dicks.
We are getting a big bag. But no, Trayvon, I know how you're very skeptical. But again, Jim Lee did say they're building themselves up to where it doesn't matter anymore. So look, this will be our first test.
That's what they said.
Listen, it is that I'm never saying. I am very interested. The fact that Titans got renewed, and then they're doing this Batgirl. Like, I'm really curious if it all happens. If it all happens, I'll be like, he wasn't lying. They got proven that to me.
Yeah,
I gotta see it.
I agree.
I gotta see it.
I gotta see it to believe it myself.
Look,
See them all on the same time. All on the same time. Like,
you know that we both thought that I said it was possibly Damien, right? I was hoping that it was they went completely different direction. They went with Duke, who was never Robin, in the comic books, because it's a character that doesn't get any shine in live action. It doesn't fuck with any of the other Robins that they're using right now outside of in other properties. And it would have been cool, because the only time you're ever going to see him again is in that fucking Batman cartoon where he plays Robin.
And look, this is the hardest thing they'll have to overcome. It's doing a series like this that is called Gotham Knights, takes place in Gotham, and you have a certain show on Wednesdays that takes place in Gotham. So to me, what my frustration would be is you telling me I'm watching 2 different fucking Gothams when you could have just found a better way to put one with the fucking other.
I mean, that's my first argument. But
They probably will do that.
They won't do that. They already said that it's separate.
Right.
They always say that until they're not.
Thinking about the story, the Batman is dead in this story. There's the Dick Grayson in this story. Where the fuck does it fit in the world where Batman is missing and there is no Dick Grayson?
Fit at all, right? Doesn't fit at all.
And Jason Todd is the one that becomes Robin Hood, right?
Yes. No. Yes.
Red Hood.
No. Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. Yes.
Yes, he goes to black neighborhoods and just robs hoods.
Right.
Hood.
No.
Robin
He robs from the rich and gives to the poor.
To the hood.
No. He robs the poor and gives to the rich. That's why he's robbing.
So who's Red Riding Hood?
Red Riding Hood is his partner.
That's what I thought.
No. That's his cosplay. That's his cosplay. He likes to dress up as Red Riding Hood and fight big bad wolves at night.
Okay.
No. So look,
Nice.
I will say, the more I hear about series like this, the more I'm kind of like, why not just consolidate, right?
Yeah.
Why not create this show and then just bring Batwoman into that show, right? As the 2 OGs that are now looking over the younger, the younger talent. And that way you're not getting rid of everything Batwoman is. You're just making that world make more sense.
You know what's gonna happen? You see this little previews of the Flash season coming up. The
Mhm.
kids are going in the past, messing up time. They're gonna mess up time for real, and they're gonna merge the
Look,
world.
I would love nothing more for those kids to go, wait a minute, Batwoman, and there's no Bruce Wayne in my world. There's a Bruce Wayne, there's a Dick Grayson, there's
So they're gonna cause a flashpoint.
Yeah.
yes.
They are
love
messing with time heavily in this trailer. I was
I would
like,
love
huh.
that.
They are.
I would love that.
So,
But yeah, so that's my biggest issue is that I think it would be better if you did that, because honestly, I don't think many people would miss a lot of the things Batwoman has stripped away. They would be very welcoming. Sorry,
I have been enjoying this season. Not gonna lie, I have been.
No. But that's what I'm saying.
actually
I'm not
really
getting rid of
good.
the show. I'm not getting rid of the show. I'm just combining.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
don't
all
feel
I'm
the
saying.
need to combine. I don't mind it sets being separate.
CW got a lot going on. I'm really just amazed at all the things.
I don't make sense. It doesn't make sense to separate. Like Naomi's right now separate. Like why? But that's my point.
But she has a Superman.
No, that's the
I don't
problem.
know.
She doesn't. That's the issue.
I mean,
Where did he come from? They haven't explained.
I don't.
It yet.
Yeah, they haven't. No, I don't know.
But yeah, look, like I said, the best thing I could hope for is that Gotham Knights pulls a Superman and Lois, right? Where you get Superman and Lois, and then you go, yeah, Supergirl, you're gonna have to go. I can't have both of you. Like, I mean,
they're like none of that exists. I don't understand the timeline of Superman and Lois, but I let it go because it's a great show.
No, we've seen him interact with Diggle. He interacted.
Yeah, that's the only thing that threw me off. I was like, this show had like none of that ever happened. These kids are grown. Like it didn't make any sense. The timeline doesn't make any sense.
You know what?
I'll say this,
that was after Crisis.
You know what I'll compare?
Yeah, but
you know what I'll compare it to, Trayvon?
They had a baby.
I'll compare it to this. I'll compare it to this, and Feige actually shined light on this with the Marvel shorts that made this scene make more sense. But do you remember watching the end credit scene of Incredible Hulk and watching Stark walk in and ask about the initiative, only for his very next movie for him to spend that entire movie saying "fuck the initiative"? It's like, I'm so confused. You were just about to recruit someone, and now you're just like, I don't like any of it.
He was into the initiative until Iron Man 2, and they kind of told him you're out. And then after that, he was like, fuck the initiative.
No, but remember, Fury was asking him to join because he hadn't committed. And he was saying, no, I don't want to join. You were just ready to.
But that took place. It's fine.
No. I'm saying Feige did a short when he was doing the Marvel shorts, and it was the Coulson one.
I remember, yes.
Right, with the guy from Winter Soldier. He was like, I'll go do the job. And Coulson's like, no, not you. And it turns out the person who did the job, which was supposed to be a sabotage, was Stark. And he kind of like nuked it for them to do it the right way. So it sounds weird, but if you watch the short, Coulson explains it at the diner table with the guy from Winter
that
Soldier.
was the first short, I believe.
It was, right.
On the way
this is the one short I have not seen. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one
short.
So when you watch that one short and then watch that Incredible Hulk end credit scene again, it makes way more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, but I remember Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2 taking place at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. That's what made it even more confusing. Like, he seemed so gung-ho.
Yeah.
Because remember, that was Fury's big week. So that was all in the course of a week. So that's what made it very confusing. Like, you changed that fast. What happened? So, but yeah. So look, there was some crazy news that came out today. Let me see. Oh, Joel, really quickly before we go. Wes Ball to direct the Valiant Comics Harbinger adaptation for Paramount Pictures. I want to know your thoughts because the last one that we got, we were not that big of fans of. So are you excited?
I still haven't seen it. Bloodshot?
I want to ask a question. Have you guys seen the Ninja versus the Valiant Universe, the thing they did that was like a web series?
Yes, I did. Awesome.
Yes, I loved it. Yes.
Awesome.
My man
Very,
JDF
very
is in
good.
there. Yes.
John Morris.
That's why I want Valiant to do well, because they obviously have good characters. They're good enough to be, if you saw the Jack versus, they're cool.
Yeah.
I think I have a Harbinger comic. I know I have a Bloodshot comic. And I think I have a Harbinger comic.
To me, they fucked up Bloodshot, but I think it's salvageable. But the movie was fun, but they did why he was not Bloodshot really the whole movie till the very
I swear
end,
to God.
and then he reverts.
Reminded me of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and
Oh,
you know what's
wow.
funny, Trayvon? Every
Whoa.
time I think
The
of
thought, not like it being terrible, enough, but the way it was done, like that he wasn't the character that you. I did not know about the Assassin's Creed thing. I did not know, so I was really shocked by that.
I was
like,
about
what?
to say Bloodshot did to me what the Mummy did to me, to where I'm expecting how it should be. And then it's like, wait, I'm seeing a lot of fucking Tom Cruise. Like,
I was gonna say,
where's the Mummy?
I
Right?
thought you were talking about Brendan Fraser's mom.
No,
I was like, whoa, what?
No. Different.
Those were good.
And it hurts me even more because how Tom Cruise was supposed to launch the Monster Universe,
I know.
then was supposed to launch the Valiant Universe. And it's like, that was a really rocky way to start it. Like,
Sad too.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what really sucks about it?
What?
I think. Well, damn it. What company is doing Harbinger?
Paramount.
Right, and I think it's a different company that's doing Bloodshot.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
They fucked up already.
Because now it's like, wait, not.
Why would you separate Harbinger from Bloodshot? It's just
So now I'm curious, Joel. I'm curious now. If you're Paramount, right, and Harbinger does great, like surprising numbers, do you then go, well, Vin, we love you, but that's
we're gonna go Harbinger and we're gonna go from there.
Right, just build from there and just
whatever saves it at this point, because obviously Bloodshot happened and it wasn't that great, so we don't have to worry about it. So we can go if Harbinger is good, they can build off of Harbinger. And look, the Harbinger they weren't in that Ninjak versus the Valiant universe. You know what I mean? So like,
maybe
we
that's
don't
why they're
really
doing
know. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that are part of that. It's a group. It's a group of characters. So it's like. We'll see. I mean, hopefully it does well. I do want to see that. Like I like Ninjak. I like Bloodshot, like classic Bloodshot. I liked what's his name? Exo Man of War. There's just a lot of Live Wire. There's a lot of cool, and there's more new characters that people don't know about. Shadow Man. That's a classic character from
I knew nothing about that.
Shadow Man. They go back. Valley goes back way back. I remember Exo Man of War as a kid. I remember Shadow Man as a kid.
Okay.
Valiant started getting popular because Marvel at that point wasn't doing so good. So you had comics like Valiant coming up. It was like the early 90s. I remember when Bloodshot #1 came out. It was like
I'm not
92?
sure. I'm not sure how
93.
Again, I can't really speak to the 90s, but I'm not sure how massive they were then, only because to my generation, it just got big 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, they were the new up and coming. Like I remember my friend saying Valiant's going to be the next best thing. And then I was like, all right. So that's why I'm pretty sure I have a Harbinger comic, but I definitely know I didn't get the first one though. I got the Bloodshot.
Mr. E said that Cruise Mummy movie was straight doo-doo water.
Yeah, it was bad.
And
I bought it. I purchased it.
I really wanted it.
I own it. And I never watch it again. I own it.
It's a waste of Russell Crowe. Like, how do you get one of the best Russell Crowe performances
as Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and waste it?
Yeah, you just waste it. Like
they wasted the Mummy. I thought they did a really good job with the Mummy, the actual Mummy.
Mummy, right? Yeah. But then next thing you know, you're like, it just turned into fucking Mission Impossible.
Oh, what the fuck though? And then he becomes something. They don't even explain it. What the fuck is he?
Yeah, that was fucking stressful. Joel, you're gonna have to go into our GVN comments and Instagram. Someone had just commented, "Who the fuck cares about Bluebird?"
No one gives a fuck about Bluebird. That's why it's a new character.
Yeah, I swear, y'all do not want new characters to live. Y'all be staged
until they love them. Until they love them.
Until they love them, and then they delete the comments, and it's like, bro.
But new characters need to live. Like that's the thing.
Right.
You need to bring them in. Bluebird doesn't.
No, wait, time out. You know what's funny about people complaining about new characters? Those are the same people that will tell you, bro, how many more fucking times do I need to see Batman? And it's like, well, if you'd let me introduce fucking a Robin, you'd get out of Batman for a minute. Like, let me create some of these new characters. Introduce them.
Live. Exactly.
Like, damn, like how many more Spider-Man movies do I need to see? Well, Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man, so you got to sit through it a little bit longer, Like, goddamn. But all right, I want to thank Joe, Joel, Trayvon, Trayvon came in a little later, but Trayvon, you'll make up for it in GV and talk, so don't worry about it.
Yes.
For talking all these news topics. I'm glad I got to hear Joe and Joel break down those the little sizzle reel we got for DC.
Sizzle.
Because I know Joel, literally seeing Hawkman for you. I know obviously outside of your little your few color palette issues, it's just unreal to see it because it felt like one of those characters. It would be forever before we could see it in this magnitude because obviously we got it in the CW.
Right. I wish I got a closer. I still can't wait till we get a closer look at it.
Yeah.
I just want Magic. I'm excited for Magic.
You're gonna get
it. That's
Yeah.
I know. It's my gateway to Zatanna. Yeah, and that's my.
Damn, Trayvon.
That's my.
Damn.
That's sorry.
Trayvon you already into the gateway drug before you use the actual drug. You're hopping a step. We'll get there. We'll get there. And look, if Warner Brothers is smart, they'll build this younger universe. They'll build it up strong. They'll build the Dick Grayson. They'll build the Zatannas. They'll build things like that. So the focus doesn't always have to be on the characters people are just tired of seeing all the time. You can kind of give the younger characters more of a forefront. But you got to develop Batman before you give me a Robin. So we got to start from the beginning, people. Bear with us.
Yeah.
But everyone stay tuned. Follow Just Your Average Joe on Instagram and YouTube. We will be breaking down Peacemaker and Book of Boba Fett tomorrow. We just did a Super Bowl show.
Top 5 Super Bowls.
Top 5.
Our top 5 Super Bowls. Our
top 5. Yes.
Yeah.
So people know it was opinionated. Joel, you will be happy both the Giant Patriot Super Bowls made it into the conversation.
As they should. I don't know who didn't love those.
Fuck you.
I mean, it also helps that the Giants play the Patriots. So
it's just a coincidence.
Anyway, yeah, that's pure coincidence. Anyway, make sure you guys are following Just Your Average Joe on YouTube. Check out Joe's shirt. Look at that amazing shirt designed by the one and only Dakota.
Nice. Okay.
Nice. I like it.
I
like it. I like the shirt a lot. Yeah.
It came out really, really, really good. And just so you guys know, the caricature is not Joe that's on the show.
No.
That's not Joe.
No.
That's not
Seinfeld. It looks like Seinfeld.
What's the deal with Cannon?
Oh, that's for was that for Comic-Con?
Yeah, that was for New York Comic Con.
Okay.
The one we didn't.
We know.
Anyway, that's a story for a different day. Thank you guys for tuning in to our live. Stay tuned. You guys will be seeing us again.
Yes, next year. I'll be there.
A whole bigger panel. And we'll be breaking down so much more. So till then, guys, thank you and peace.
Peace.